Hi Justine,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm fine. You?
Good, thank you. Thank you for having us for this 2020. As you know, we're walking to the stadium today.
I follow you.
So let's start with some easy quick fire questions. The first one is, do you prefer the mustard or the individual?
I think I prefer the mustard because it's shorter.
Makes sense. What's the most French thing about you?
Oh, the most French thing. I would say it's my English, but it's not only a joke. Actually, I'm feeling quite close to English people because of we have the same bashfulness or coyness. I mean, and also the quite weird sense of humor I had from my mother, and then maybe I'm more than English people than French.
So it says France, raclette or fondue?
Oh, raclette for sure.
Prone or standing shooting?
Standing shooting.
Now, we are in a place that is very close to your heart, I guess. Can you tell us a memory from that one win in the mustard here?
Oh, it was during the podium after the race. I didn't see my sister and family before the race or during, and when I saw their face crying, so it was very intense. And I'm not kind of emotional person, but I just cried with them. It was very, very sweet.
Now the next question is about the start. So let's start walking. What's the last thought you have in a sprint or individual when the beep is coming?
The thought.
Yeah.
Deep breath, because I'm so under pressure, and it's a part of. I'm on the end very excited by the race and really want to give the full I have in my body and soul for the race. And on the other hand, I just wanted to run away. I think a stage fright,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah. Now you just had a couple. What do you do generally on a day off?
On the day off during the winter?
Yeah.
Staying in the hotel, maybe. I spend a lot of time to call my family and friends and having fun with them, even with a distance. And we sometimes play games with girls. I'd like to talk with people too. Sort of psychologist thing, the thoughts, how they feel, how do they feel, and sharing quite deep discussion with friends. Yeah, I'd like to talk. And the ski, I think athletes are kind of interesting people to talk with, because of their thought and their maybe knowing them, learning to know them.
So what do you think you would be doing if you were not a biathlete?
Oh, I would be a cooker, I think. Yeah, and I would have a dog and maybe a farm. Well, maybe the next, after the biathlon career.
Now I know that you have connection to the mountains because of what your parents do. What's it like to be back in those mountains that you're, so close with the heart to?
Yeah. Oh well, I'm very happy to be here, and especially in this place. It's, as you said, very good memories, and I'm not that far from my summer mountains where we lived, where we used to spend our summer with my sisters on the farm, and now I'm just looking forward to Christmas and to join the cows and everything.
Well, don't burn, because that's a question that's coming up later. So I go to your past, or maybe, if you could talk to yourself when she was 10 years ago. What would you tell her?
I wouldn't change anything, you know. There were quite, I would say, tough moments. It's not tough because there's somehow bad thing in life I didn't live yet, but I had to learning about yourself is sometimes quite hard. There are up and downs, you know, and I think I'm starting to know me quite well. Well, for the stage, and I would say keep enjoy the thing you want, and just live your life, because sometimes I'm thinking too much.
Now, I make you think a little bit. If you can build a dream team for a women relay and you being there, who would be the other three? You can choose on any team, anytime.
Oh God. I would say that's enough question. I'm thinking about Marie Dorin because I like her soul. I like her personality, yes, her character, and she was a great biathlete. It would be friends, I think. Yeah, quite close ones. I like many of them, but well, it's hard to choose. Marie. I would say Enora Latulière. She's not here. She's not here, but we were quite close, and she had a good sense of humor too. I quite like her, and a surprise fourth. I won't say the name.
Okay.
Keep imagination.
Okay. What's the best travel experience you've ever had outside of biathlon?
Oh, it was for sure Nepal. I went there twice. The first time alone. I was 18. It was like my first journey alone. I was so scared, but I always like to be scared by life, and going through it. It's like something I love in life, and I was impressed by it's totally different. You know, it's totally. The first night I was there, I thought about my family, and I think, what am I doing? What am I doing here? What's going on with me? What did I choose to do that trip? And finally, I just loved it, and I was crying. I think when I took the plane to go back to France, it was so. Yeah, they were very warm-hearted, and I lived something special there.
Now, describe. I know you're very fond of music. You listen to music before the starts. Can you describe yourself with one track?
What kind of song? For now, I would say Imagine Dragon. The Natural is the title. It's like a song we share with my boyfriend, and very, there's lots of energy from that song. Yeah.
Two more quirky questions. If you were stuck on a tropical island with two biathletes.
With two biathletes? Never! No, it's a joke. Well.
Choose two and tell me why.
I would say Antonin Guigona, because he's like Robinson Crusoe. Do you know the guy? It's a hero from a book who experiment to live in an island alone, and he's quite smart guy. So I would be with him, and not two boys, too scary. Maybe a girl. I would say my little sister. Yeah, my little sister.
Last question. Oh no, two more actually. What's the last book you read?
I read a book. It was from Marie. She shared her book. That it was how does it called? I can't remember the title, but it was about tribute in Alaska. Her best friends is a person who observe, people and society, and she write a book, and I read it, and it was very humanly interesting.
Now the last question that you were trying to burn me before, it's what is the first thing you'll be doing when you get home for Christmas?
Milk a cow. Milk, you say en veau, c'est the baby cow. I can't remember the name in English.
Ewe?
A ewe, yes, to milk them.
Why?
Because it is the sweetest thing I ever did. Experiments before.
Well, thank you so much. I've never milked a cow, but maybe you will teach me one day.
Yes, of course.
Is the plan?
With pleasure.
Okay.
Thank you
Thanks
very
a
much.
lot,
It was a
and
pleasure.
Best of luck for the week.
Thank you very much.